Okay, we have a battle today. Glen Abbey versus Windward. Which buyers are choosing what? If buyers are deciding between Glen Abbey and Windward in Alpharetta, Georgia, they are not just comparing homes, they are choosing a lifestyle. And that choice directly impacts how sellers should price and market their homes. By the way, I help Alpharetta homeowners every single week understand who their real buyer is and how to market to that buyer strategically. If you're looking about selling in Glen Abbey or Windward, you can call or text me at 770-626-5712, or you can connect with me in the links in the description below. And make sure you stick around because towards the end, I'm going to explain how buyers' mindset alone can completely change your pricing strategy, even when two homes look similar on paper. Are you ready to dig into this? All right. Two neighborhoods, two buyer mindsets. Why this matters. So one of the most important common conversations I have with buyers in Alpharetta starts with this question. Should we focus on Glen Abbey or should we focus on Windward? On the surface, these two neighborhoods seem very comparable, similar price ranges, strong location, great reputations. But in reality, buyers are choosing between them for very different reasons. And if you're a seller, understanding the difference can be the deciding factor between smooth, confident sale and a frustrating one. So let's look at these two new neighborhoods, the two buyer mindsets. Here's the big picture. Glen Abbey and Windward attract two very distinguished buyers' mindsets. Glen Abbey's buyers are often solution-orientated, where Windward buyers are often lifestyle-driven. The distinction matters far more than square footage or finishes. The Glen Abbey buyer profile. Let's dig into this. This is exciting. Let's start with Glen Abbey. Buyers are drawn to Glen Abbey typically are move-up families, relocation buyers, and buyers with defined timelessness. They're often thinking, we need more space. We need this to work for our family right now. We need a smooth transition. These buyer values are functional floor plans, bedroom count, home or offices or flex space, efficient layouts. They're practical, decisive, and often very prepared. How do Glen Abbey buyers think about price? Because Glen Abbey's buyers are solution focused, because they tend to be price aware but reasonable, they'll pay well for a home that is move-in ready, clear value, a clean, uncomplicated purchase. But if they're they are very less patient with overpricing, homes that feel neglected, and confusing presentation. For Glen Abbey sellers, and clarity and strategy matter more than hype. Let's talk about the Windward buyer profile. Now, Windward buyers are often lifestyle-driven, long-term thinkers, community-focused. They're buying into amenities, golf, lakes, swim, tennis, community events, and a sense of place. Windward buyers often have an emotional connection to the neighborhood before they even walk into the house. And we have so many people that buy in Windward and then they move in a different home in Windward as their life changes. How Windward buyers think about price. Let's talk about this. Because Windward buyers are emotionally invested, they often show more price flexibility, but with expectations. They're willing to stretch for the right location within Windward, views, lot, or proximity to amenities, homes that reflect lifestyle they envision. It's all about lifestyle. But they expect strong presentation, thoughtful updates, and a clear lifestyle story. For Windward sellers, storytelling and positioning are crucial. Why this changes your pricing strategy in Windward. This is where things really matter for sellers. Two homes with similar stats can require completely different pricing strategy depending on the buyer's mindset. In Glen Abbey, precision and pricing wins. Momentum matters. Clean execution attracts multiple offers. Okay. In Windward, emotional positioning matters. Lifestyle presentation drives urgency, and buyers are willing to compete for the right fit. Same market, different philosophy. All right, let's go into what is the biggest seller mistake I see. Okay. The biggest mistake I see sellers make in both neighborhoods is using a one-size-fits-all strategy. They assume Alpharetta is strong, it will sell. But buyers are more selective right now. They're comparing experience, not just home, right? They're looking for experiences. Everyone's looking for experiences right now. When sellers understand their buyers, they gain leverage. When they don't, they lose time, and sometimes they lose money, which is not something we want to do. How smart sellers win in both neighborhoods. The sellers who get the best results in Glen Abbey and Windward do three things. They identify their buyer clearly. They price with intention, not emotion. They present the home in a way that speaks directly to that buyer's priorities. That's how you attract the right offers, not just offers. If you're considering selling in Glen Abbey or Windward or anywhere in Alpharetta, understanding who your buyer really is should come before pricing, staging, or timing. I'm already helping homeowners in both neighborhoods tailor their strategy based on real buyers' behavior. And I'd be happy to help you do the same. You can call or text me at 770-626-5712, or you can connect with me using any of the links in the video descriptions below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on our next video.